All right, here we are so far. We still got the back over behind the garage to do, but you can see we got some brush piles here. We got little piles in the yard we got to get up yet. This tree, we're going to pull back a little bit too. We got various piles here. I'm probably just going to chip these up. It's just going to be easier. But yeah, we got everything mowed, everything kind of cleaned up. We did take a couple of these invasive cedars out because they were kind of choking off some of these trees, and like it just they probably weren't meant to be there. This somehow just got transplanted there, probably from these others. So kind of took those out. Again, big brush pile there. We kind of kept this wildflower bed going here. We got some of those big like invasive bushes cleared out, so hopefully some of those wildflowers will come back in there and take over. Got down by the mailbox all cleaned up, got that treated so it doesn't get all overgrown again. Trimmed up this cedar, probably trim up this one a little bit. I don't know, might just leave that for now. Got a lot of this area, all this back in here cleaned up. Kind of left this here. This looked like kind of a bed, so I didn't want to take that out. What else here? And then this, I'll probably clean this up a little bit more. I don't know if we want to like maybe put mulch or something in there or just leave it, whatever you want to do. Got to clean up that hosta bed yet. Yeah, this deck. This was in the backyard. This looks like they had these posts here, so I just put this back. So if we want to, I'm thinking we could maybe just get this, maybe put a little footing, concrete footing underneath it, get it up to the height of that, and then, because that railing is not, it's just barely in there, so we could probably reuse that railing, because you have another, I'll show you when I go back there. There's another section we found in the back. I don't know where that came from, but probably use that because it matches that. Maybe match it up here. But this is what I was talking about in those pictures. That thing's hollow, and it's holding up this whole front porch, so should probably get that sistered up and just wrap it again in 1x, just so it holds. So, but yeah, we could probably just power wash this, repaint it a nice solid, and get these rails back in, so at least it's, you got rails on it. We're gonna trim this guy down yet. We got everything cleared out back here. We got rid of that bush. I'll probably just leave this little section here, unless you want that gone. But came along really nice. Excuse me. So I don't know if we want to take this out, but you got some nice kind of ivy vinage here. This is some pretty good ground cover over here. Kind of left this just so it kind of looks, I don't know, we could take that out too if we want to. And then yeah, with this same thing, we could probably just get all that paint off the deck surface, stain it a nice solid, semi-solid, and then kind of repaint the verticals, because those are pretty decent. And then yeah, if we want to just maybe power wash the back of this brick, looks fine, but maybe power wash this vinyl, get this gutter cleaned out, get up top, get that gutter cleaned out, get on top of the roof, clean that roof off, clean the gutters out, because those are all clogged up and stuffed up. But there's that rail system that we could probably use for the front. Yeah, everything turned out pretty good back here. Everything's mowed out. All this rock is treated with weed killer already, so this will die off, and then I'll burn that out, so that'll kind of look really nice. All this is treated. These trees turned out really good. This was an absolute mess. Brought those up. Treated along this fence line, treated along these rocks. This is all ground cover in here, so this will ultimately come back. So I don't know if we want to do something back here, or just kind of let this grow, or just weed kill it and kind of let it be dirt for now. I don't know what you think you want to do there, but this will all come back. This will keep coming up if we don't either put something over the top or kind of keep weed eating it. But yeah, everything is cleared up back here. Like I said, I tore down some of these stumps already. Tore down is the stuff we use for killing the stumps on that small stuff. So treated with Tordon. And then this fence line here over this chain link, I don't know if we should really mess with that. It's actually kind of cool and it kind of gives a little bit of privacy. I'd probably maybe just leave that. Trim that cedar up. And then over here on the side, again, we'll get on that roof, clean everything off there, clean this gutter system out. And then I was thinking of just taking this all out, all the way back to like these two trees right here, and then straight back and have like maybe 5-6 feet cleared out on the back side of the garage. Obviously get rid of all these little invasive trees coming in like this. And you know, you got a bunch of that little stuff throughout here. Trim this bush, but don't take it all the way out. It's probably good for a little privacy stuff. So maybe just trim that up. Trim these trees. I'm going to trim these up. Bring these up a little bit. And then obviously we got to get this oak branch cleaned out. Again, you get these little invasive trees starting to pop. Choking off this pine. So we'll get everything cleared out, trim that pine up a little bit, get this area cleaned up, and just trim around it. But I don't know if we want to really get too crazy back here as far as like, you know, all this ground cover. Probably just leave that for the most part. Again, obviously take out some of these little trees. Got some tree debris back there. And then the neighbors kind of got dirt piles back here with some probably stumps they took down or logs they took down are storing back here. But kind of just get this cleaned up and maybe let this kind of grow a little wilder. Because I don't think it's, I mean, it'll just come back anyways. So just kind of clean it up the best we can. I think that's probably the best course of action back here. So we'll probably be back Friday. We're going to be on a big job for house washing and deck cleaning and all that. So that's going to take our whole day Friday. So we'll be back on this next week. Like I said, I'll send you another video when this is all kind of cleaned up with how we think it should be, and then you can kind of give us any guidance moving forward of what you might want more than that. So, but yeah, looking really good. This is a really cool property. Really neat. So like I said, that'll come up a little bit more just to get it out of there because it's hanging too weird. But that's all I got for you now. So let me know what you think of that, and we can kind of go on from there. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.